Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bridget, your friend, your community champion. Yeah, a family member and a good friend. I'm here again to remind you this is month of May when we talk openly without shame of mental illness to help others understand mental illness is an illness like any other and not to shy off just because of being mentally unwell. They shouldn't worry. But above all, what I want to talk about today is the high risk for anxiety and depression. Also, the stress observed during this time of COVID-19. We are living in isolation, we are on lockdown, and we are worried. While in isolation, feelings to deal with stress, anxiety, and depression can be difficult. Human nature does not prepare us to thrive without deep, meaningful, or fulfilling connections with others. So when COVID-19 came, or when coronavirus started, we were not prepared. Humans, we are not prepared. Sometimes we prefer to be prepared for such a pandemic. Maybe some were, but I know most people were not prepared. To say we were prepared is because, yes, we knew there was a wave to come. But mentally, how much were we prepared? As we were preparing those wards where we will keep people, where we were going to seclude people or isolate people, how much were we prepared mentally? Did we see this coming? Did we see ourselves being locked down? Did we think of being isolated and being alone as I am in a foreign land where I'm not working? I've left my family in UK. It is a lot. I don't want to go into that. It's not about me, but it is about we. Talking of isolation. This time round, when we want to connect with others, it is becoming difficult because we can't meet face to face with our loved ones, with our friends, as we usually connect and support one another. Due to the preventative measures that are in place, you and I understand why we have got those preventative measures. Is to try to contain this illness, and by God's grace, the illness will go. But life has been changed. The life changed in a way we never expected. We are struggling, but we don't seem to be able to tell others how distressed we are. We don't seem to be able to talk about it. Why? Because the fear. The fear. And the fear is the stigma. The stigma. Let us talk. Because stigma stops or holds our recovery. If you are struggling, if you are suffering out there, you are definitely worried, you are fearing, you don't want to talk to people about how you are feeling. You can agree with me, there are so many people living alone due to the separation that caught many unaware. People are caught unaware. I'm one of them. The lockdown happened when some people were very far from where they live, when they were very far from their loved ones, when they were very far from their children, when they were very far from the families, and when they were very far from people they socialize with on a daily basis. Some people are locked or isolated in places they don't have anyone around who they can talk to, because you are in your own place. You can't go to another person. It's not allowed. And there is a good reason for that not to be allowed. The sense that something is wrong can indeed be difficult to describe, making it more unlikely to share our experiences with those who actually can support us, those who actually cares about our well-being. So that sense can really be difficult. Those can be families living away. There whereby you only connect with phone, or sometimes you can't even get hold of them on phone. You try and lines are busy, you're not able to reach them. So how does that make you feel? Often, distress in your own view to others, we tend to think they're doing very well. You tend to think you are the only one who is on lockdown, who is isolated. Yeah, that is human nature. When things are not working on your side, you see the other person as you tend to think they are doing well, they are coping 100%. What you don't know is what they are going through. And it is hard to know what they are going through unless you talk. That is why we talk. You assume they don't suffer at all. They don't seem to feel sad. All unworthy. They can get up and do their usual course of the day without feeling tense of being on isolation or lockdown as you do. When you are thinking that, instead of being positive, you are being negative. You are focusing more on other people other than focusing on yourself. They are doing something positive. They're just doing something positive. Trying to cope is a way of coping with whatever is happening. The isolation is not a good thing. This is an experience that not many of us who have gone through such an experience before. Maybe they are, but I don't think personally at my time and my age, I can't think of a time I lived the way I'm living. It's good to be honest. It is distressing. It is sad. Makes you feel miserable. The loneliness is a killer, a slow killer, unless you're smart enough, unless you're telling yourself you cannot go that route and look for coping mechanism. Stress is so much and it's visible. Sometimes it is visible on some of us. Think out loud. Let's talk mental well-being to fight the stigma. Isolation is for a time. Mental well-being is a lifetime as long as you live. Mind about your mental well-being. Let's talk mental well-being. Think out loud and let's talk. Thank you very much.